Hello, welcome to Book of Demons. I played a little bit yesterday on my warrior. Tried it out just to get a feel of it, and I've really enjoyed it so far. But I want to start off from the get-go with you guys. So I am going to do Rogue, Archer, whatever. A cunning thief, always on the lookout for fame and fortune. Equipped with a bow, she wanders dungeons, leaving a pile of corpses, pierced by her poisonous arrows. Theatricality and deception are her most powerful allies. Let's see, Ebony, that works. Yeah. Let's do normal. Then roguelike I might do eventually, once I finish the game. And we can try roguelike, because then it is permadeath.
Is that really you? I'm so happy to see you after all this time. It seems like it's been ages since you left our town. I just wish we weren't meeting under such dire circumstances. Back then, it was peaceful. But now, the town is disturbed by a demonic presence that's spreading throughout the land. Most of our friends are gone. Some people fled. Some took their own lives. Some have just vanished. Those who stayed have lost their minds or are too frightened to leave their houses. I'm doing my best to keep everyone's spirits up. But the truth is, we won't survive for long without help. Just don't tell anybody I said that. You must have lots of questions, but I don't have many answers. Talk to the sage if you want to know more. He might be able to help you.
Yeah, so you unlock gossip when you do go down in the dungeon, like killing monsters or finding certain items. So this character helps you find loot, because every time you find loot, it gets put into the magical cauldron, and then to claim those you have to pay a certain amount of fee, and that fee increases every time you withdraw the stuff that are in the cauldron, if that makes sense.
Your arrival brings hope to my old heart. There's no better way to forge one's skill than by traveling. I should know. But I beg you not to leave. We need you here. Dark things lurk in the depths beneath the old cathedral. I've seen plenty of evils in my travels, but this makes my journey through the Dragon Wastes look like a walk in the park. Everything started with the disappearance of our bishop. I fear he has been dragged into the catacombs deep below the church. I do not know what caused such desecration of that holy place. That enigma is yet to be solved. And you are the only one who can do it. Just remember to be careful. Few who have ventured into the dark made their way back. And those who did were no longer alive.
Yeah, and here you can unlock card slots down here. You start out with 3 of them. So you will be able to equip 3 cards. And the cards you find when you are down in the dungeon, killing stuff, looting chests, and in different places. And there are different level of the card's quality. Normal, epic, and legendary. I think it's normal, magical, and legendary, if I remember correctly. And here you also identify special cards you find, rare cards and higher. So you come to the sage to do that. There will also be another character eventually that she is going to be here, where you eventually go and where you can upgrade the cards. So let's head down into the dungeon. And every level up you get to decide if you want to put 1 extra point in health or in mana. The other one, so if you select health, 1 point for mana will be put in the magical cauldron, so you can still upgrade the mana as well, but you have to claim it and pay a fee for it. I'll show you once we get there. It's not that too difficult, really. Might sound harder than it actually is. Unlike warriors attack arrows you shoot get blocked by obstacles and monsters. You can shoot outside your interaction radius with shift key pressed. R-click shoots special arrows in the same manner. Bow can't be used when monsters get too close. In such cases, melee attacker take a step back to shoot.
I wonder if taking a bow into the dungeon was a smart choice.
And you can only follow along this path. And once you have completed a path, footsteps turns into gold. And you see these graded ones here, that means that you've been there. And here there aren't none yet, which means you haven't been there. And you can hold down, which makes it so you do more damage more often. Or you can just let her auto shoot, but it's going to take a longer time to do so. Ice arrow. Equip your character with magic ice arrows. Sure. And here you see, now unlock gossip because of that. So you see here now the auto attack. It's not very fast. Always hold down the button. And they went. So I'm gonna select health. And there's you put it in the cauldron.
The sanctity of this place has been found. That's for sure.
And I always want to have the footsteps turn into gold. And that's done with the first level of the dungeon. So this is more like a starter dungeon area. Learn the basics of your character, and even how the gameplay works, of course. So here, from these dudes, you really want to stay away because they explode. And that also AoE damages if there are any other enemies near that skeleton when he explodes. So, in certain situations that can be really good and handy. There's a boss. There, and I poisoned him. Oh shit. There we go. Okay, so that red circle must mean that if they get inside that red circle, you have to melee or move further away. Health potions. Didn't have that before. And this level has been cleared. And that's basically how it works. You can go back to town between any floor. I recommend doing it every time you finished a layer of dungeon. Because then you unlock stuff here. Scores, you unlock avatars and... So yeah, didn't die at once, just swept all levels clear. You kill every single last one of them. So now here we see who has stuff for us. Head over to town.
I've been busy too while you were away. The fortune teller is teaching me her craft, and I don't mean her skill with cards. It's called prize brewing, and it's the art of producing powerful magical elixirs that someone like you should find useful. All you need to do is collect the ingredients. I'll take care of the rest. Now, this is the magical stuff I'm talking about, so there are some rules. First, the more ingredients I mix, the greater the potion's power will be. Second, you can drink it and enjoy a little magic anytime you want, but the process will get more expensive each time. Third, if monsters slay you in the dungeons, the potion will weaken. It's because I'm making them just for you, so they have to be magically linked to your essence.
So if I just click here, right now there's just 1 mana point, which would increase our mana by 1. And I would have to pay 500. Last time I did this, I had like around 10 loot things, a couple of lives and a couple of mana. So make it worth it. And that's why she has the exclamation point, because you can get her service.
Few living souls venture into the depths under the cathedral, as this is the realm where the dead rest, or at least should be resting. Countless warriors, men of the cloth, mages, and even kings of old were buried there with troves of gold and gems. But the dead are now restless. Quickened by some unholy powers, they are haunting the corridors like wild animals, and their courage, virtue, and talents have been replaced with mindless violence. Ending their painful existence will be an act of mercy, if you ask me.
So we met the Skeleton Warrior. I never thought I would say it, but compared to other dwellers of the dungeon underground, this is just a plain old walking skeleton. And the other ones we haven't discovered yet.
Your arrival brings hope to my old heart. There's no better way to forge one's skill than by traveling.
That's what he said. I don't have 2k yet, so I can't unlock that.
Greetings, traveler. People call me the fortune teller. I'm pleased to see there are souls courageous enough to visit a place like this and stay. In truth, I came here recently myself, as I had to leave the royal capital. I am certain you have already heard about me and my excellent skills from the lovely barmaid I'm tutoring. Believe me when I say you will find my craft most useful in your adventures. Feel free to talk to me should you need any assistance. The townsfolk are good but simple people and know little about the arcane. That sage may be an exception, but his wit, not to mention his social skills, are clearly dulled by age. We're all lucky that cranky old men tend to be harmless. Cards are my specialty. They represent a novel approach to magic, offering a superior alternative to clunky weaponry and verbose spellcasting. Unfortunately, new things are often frowned upon, even more so in quaint places like this town. Can you imagine not so long ago those people traded with a local blacksmith? This is so Middle Ages. No wonder he went bankrupt. But let's get back to business. Cards are universal magical items which can manifest properties of weapons, spells, and other artifacts. Some consume magical essence once used, but they can be recharged using objects found in the dungeons or with my help at a reasonable price. Just like with playing cards, the trick is to find the right combination of magical properties that gives you the best advantage.
We will go more into that once I actually find some stuff. Here, you can see here though, charge card. That's one service she has. Because the potion can have up to 4 charges, and I only have 1. So I can pay to have it fully charged for my next dungeon. I think that was all of them. And here you can see all the cards you collected. So there are quite a few, and then you can combine your build, of course, with the cards down here, which we will get more into as soon as I find more cards along the way. But let's see. So here to start a new dungeon, the next level of dungeon. With Flexiscope, you choose the size of your game session. Depending on your preferences, you can divide your adventure into smaller or bigger games. Regardless of how much time you have, Flexiscope ensures fair balance of threats and rewards, and that the gameplay experience can be completed in the predicted time. Since Flexiscope learns your gameplay style, the time estimates for each subsequent session size should be more accurate. Yeah, so if you only have like 5 minutes to do a quick one, you can just select that. You know, and you can increase, and the rewards, of course, go up quite a bit. So we're gonna do medium. That's what I'm gonna do in the next episode, actually. So thanks for checking out the first episode with me. We will be going down into the second level of the dungeon. We will be moving toward the Archdemon. Oh, you unlock a new game mode right there. Nice, that's cool. But yeah, I hope you like what you've seen so far, and you'll see more of the game with cards and upgrades and all that in the next episode. So see you then.